Squaw, Chief, Injun, Savage, Chug, Mudblood, Half-Breed, Wagon Burner, Featherhead, Res Rat, Prairie Nigger, Redskin. The term Redskin was popularized in the U.S. from the situation that citizens would only be paid for killing an Indian off reservation if the scalp still had red skin attached. We as a nation subconsciously accept the normality of the exploitation of Aboriginals both in society, in media, and everyday life. Indians of North America have and do suffer atrocities on the outskirts of our cultural world, unknown to the average Canadian or American. I have an opportunity to bring light to the ignorantful darkness clouding the past and current issues and horrors of being an Indian. With this, I hope you will think critically when you in your everyday life about how First Nations are viewed and represented in society, as in Indian logos, movies, or Halloween. Aboriginal issues are often dismissed or unknown, like the missing murdered Aboriginal women. This issue of the word redskin being socially acceptable is of the utmost importance. Only recently has the Indians' cries to be seen as human have begun to be heard. The headdress, or bonnet, is not for anyone to wear. It is restricted to members of a nation to be given to specific people who have earned their headdress. The headdress symbolizes the recognition of one's achievements and their character. It is not a symbol of the people. And by wearing one, bought in a dollar store, a person is diminishing the cultural significance as well as the achievements of those who have earned one. I bought this one for $15 yesterday. Over 450 companies in the US use the Indian logo or mascot, the majority of which are dressed in the Sioux logo. Big Chief beef jerky, Indian motorcycles, American Spirit cigarettes, Huron, Red Man Chew, just to name a few. Perpetuating the common misunderstandings that to be Indian, one must be wearing a headdress, and that is the only type of headdress. That's taken downtown Lethbridge. The Sioux, depicted in those logos and these pictures, has suffered through hardships that none could understand but themselves. For example, the largest mass execution in United States history was the hanging of 38 Sioux men, 1 month after the proclamation of Emancipation Proclamation. 300 to 400 people, were the majority being women and children, were murdered or left to freeze in the Wounded Knee Massacre. For this massacre, 20 Medals of Honor were awarded. This is the largest amount of Medals of Honor awarded for a single battle in United States history, and is only one battle included in the Indian Wars. These are just minor examples of what the Sioux have endured, and a minor peek into the brutal history that is North America's treatment of First Nations. And the popularly unknown histories of Canada and America's relations with the Indians are why the logos are seen as offensive. First Nations are not seen as alive, but as historic and symbolic of a dead culture. But Austin, these are historical events that I could neither prevent nor contribute to. But right now, 1 hour away from here, a high school relies on bottled water because the liquid in the water fountains is not to be ingested. Where students often go to school to eat rather than to learn because of the poverty they face at home. Right now, Aboriginal women make up 4.3% of the population of Canada, but they make up 11.3% of the missing women. The Sioux Pine Ridge Reservation is located in the heart of the country. The unemployment rate in that nation is 80 to 90% in the heart of the country. Infant mortality is 3 times the national rate in the heart of the country. 97% of the population live below the poverty line in the heart of the country. The rate of cervical cancer is 5 times the national rate in the heart of the country. Life expectancy is 45 years old in the heart of the country. Haiti that same year was 60.34, Canada was 81. We have an opportunity to change the way First Nations are viewed. We have the power to eliminate the racism being promoted. We have the ability to question how Natives are represented. We have the influence to cease authentic headdresses being sold in dollar stores and Halloween stores. We can teach the next generation that do not understand how or why it's offensive to have cowboys and Indians parties. We as a society can change, and that transformation needs to begin now with the Redskins name change and with all of you here and watching this video. This is my message to you. My message to the Cleveland Indians: change the logo. My message to Daniel Snyder and the corporation that is the Washington Redskins: change the fucking name.